Everyone, if you remember, we are doing the lab for checkpoint. So here we have one switch and this router we are calling as a ISP. I have one more switch and this is our end device. So we can say this is our user who is trying to access the internet. We are calling this one as a internet. Here for lab purpose I taken one router. Here I will create one loopback. I will give the IP 8.8.8 and we will say that one this is a internet. And from this cloud we are accessing this firewall, and this firewall we configure the IP 192.168.45.50. So we can type 192.168.45.50 to access the Gaia portal. This is a Gaia portal. We need to log in with the same detail whatever we configure. So I will put that one here. So with this one we can access the Gaia portal, and already I log in the smart console also. This is a Gaia portal. And in the Gaia portal, general thing we can do, like we assign the IP address to the interface. If you remember, this IP we assign to this interface. You can see here ETH1 Ethernet 1 2.100 we configure here, and Ethernet 2 we configure 1.100. You can see here Ethernet 1 1.100 we done here. Okay, and we have the default route here. If you see, the default route is going to 2.1. This is a default route here. So this one we done configuration. Now we need to create the policy which will allow the traffic to go from here to here, and also we need to create the NAT. So NAT will translate the private IP into public IP. So that security configuration we can do only with the smart console. So here if you see, if you want to go to smart console, you can click the security policy. First you need to log in. Already we learned in our previous class how to log in, so I already log in here. Just this application will install in your laptop. You need to double click and put the admin and password whatever you set, so it will log in. After that you need to click here security and the policy. Here we can create new policy, or already existing policy is there. In that one you will have like this drop. So what we will do, we will click here and we will write accept, and here if you want to enable, you can enable the logs, so we can see the logs also here. Okay, so I selected log. After that here you have the publish, so you need to click publish. So this policy will be published. After that, after publish is completed, what you need to do, you need to install this policy. So first we need to publish. If you change anything in the smart console, you will publish. After that you will click install policy. So this policy is going to install. If you see, they are going to install this one, so just you will click install. So it is going to install that policy. Okay, and here you will get policy installation. In standard we deploy this firewall as a standard mode, so in that one policy is going to be here you can see installation is going on. The policy we are installing here. So this is a policy saying that one, any source, any destination, anyone coming from the LAN going to the WAN for any services, for any IP, anything, except allow all them. We are saying this one in this policy. This is a policy like in Palo Alto firewall also we are saying any services from inside going to outside for any, we can do this way here. Okay, so inside, outside, anything, and this policy installation is completed. Then go to the NAT here. Here NAT already you have the default, what we can say here, default created, but if you want to create, we can create new. And here we have the option, we can take the object, we can create the new object. Okay, and we can take any object we can create and we can assign that one, or here you can create and you can add the rule here if you want to add any rule for the NAT also. But anyhow, let me remove this. I will create the object and we will use that one. So let's see here. So leave this one, we will create one object. So what I will do, if you see here you have the option here new, click this one new, and here what I will do, I will select the new one, this one here. If you see, yeah, I can give any name here. I will say like LAN subnet. This is a NAT, I am going to allow the NAT, so we can give any name, like I will say LAN subnet, and then you in the general we can define like whatever the IP we are using, we need to put here, and the subnet mask. So here if you see what IP we are using, we can look in the topology. So here if we check here what IP we are using, 1.100, so we can give here 192.168.1.0 network ID we need to write. After that, whatever the subnet mask you have here. Okay, and you can keep all this like this, and then go to the NAT here, click the NAT tab, and then add automatic address translation hidden. The default one whatever we have, we will take that only. Keep this one only. Later we will go in detail this later when we go to the NAT. Now just we are trying to learn the basic initial lab. So just click this. Hidden is nothing but PAT. So click this one. Okay, after that you need to publish this one. So go here, publish this policy. Once the publish is completed, you need to install this policy. Okay, so publish is completed. After that, go here and click install, and click here install this policy. So once this installation is done, we can do basic configuration and we can ping from the user. If you see here, policy installation is also fail here. Okay, here it is failed, so we need to check why it is fail. What is the issue we have here? Let me check again. I will see here, click installation. Okay, and let me check this firewall is working, right, or this firewall is off. I can go to the browser. I can see with the Gaia portal we can access. The firewall is on, and also this one is also on. If you see here, it is on only. So let me see in smart console, it is fail only. So we need to do troubleshooting. Why it is fail? What is the problem? We need to check here. So when we are trying to do this one, okay, we have the empty NAT rule here. If you remember, we created this one before. So this one we need to delete, because this is the empty NAT rule we created before. So that's why it is not giving. I will delete this. So once I delete this one, again I will install the policy. So then it will accept. Okay, because no need to do this one. So see here, now I install. We will wait and we will check. First time when I create, that time we have that empty rule. I forget to delete that one. So we created this one now. LAN subnet we told. So this two came, this last two. Okay, when I use this one, I created, and see it is done here. Policy installation standard successfully. So from smart console, what we done the policy and we done the NAT policy. Two things we done. And here in this router, what I will do, in this router we will do the basic configuration. Like we can say this is a ISP router. So we will assign the IP here, and we will do like configuration. Loopback we can create. I will write here interface F0 by 0, and I will assign the IP address 192.168.2.1 and give here 255.255.255.0, and I will write no shut and interface loopback 0, and we will say IP address 8.8 IP address 8.8.8.255.0.0.0, and this loopback we can say like internet Google server, so we can ping. Okay, and I can configure the name here. Host name I can give here. Host name is ISP1. Okay, so let me go to this computer. I will open this computer here. Okay, this one, and then we can click this. I will log in. The test123 is a password, capital T, and we need to assign the IP, any IP with this gateway, and then we will try to ping and we will check it is working or not. So this is the computer. We can go here. We need to assign the IP. So I can open here and I can assign the IP. Here Ethernet, I can go here. Here I will assign the IP manually. So IPv4 we will assign. So here I will give 192.168.1.2 or 1.1 also I can give, because our gateway is 1.100 and gateway we have 192.168.1.100, and DNS now no need. Anyhow, I will type this one as a DNS and save this one. So this we done. After that, what we can do, we can go to the command prompt. We can take this command prompt and we can type ipconfig and we can get the information. And let me ping the gateway. First of all, I am able to ping the gateway or not. Let's see. So I am pinging the gateway. This gateway is a router interface IP. See here, this is a router interface IP, this one. And after that I will ping this 8.8.8. Let's see it is pinging or not. See, I am able to access the internet. So this one we are saying this is a internet. Here I created loopback 8. Okay, loopback 0, that is 8.8.8/8. So this is the we created this one just now. We have inside this router, and what we can say, when our PC is trying to access that one, he is pinging that one. Okay, it is working perfectly. So our lab done successfully here. So if you want, we can connect the NAT cloud here and we can do some more NATing here, so you can access the website also. Why I connected this router means we taken the same subnet here, we cannot assign the same subnet here also. Like firewall is a layer 3 device, they will not allow to assign the same network both interface, because this one is a management I taken, so to configure this one, and this one I taken as a ISP. If you want to configure here, you can configure like in the what we can say in the interface F0/0. First I will write duplex full, and then like we have enable password ABC, and LAN BTY 024, login, and password I will set password ABC, and then login. And we have IP HTTP server, let me write here IP HTTP server we can enable. Okay, I think this is the configuration to make the router as a server. I remember that one. Anyhow, we will see. So after that we can go here and open the browser. Okay, and then we can type this router IP, or we can type 8.8.8, and we will check we can access this server or not. So here I can type 8 dot, because I configure HTTP, not see, I am able to access this server, this one. So internet, we can say we are able to access the internet. What is the username and password we set up here? Here let me create the user also, username ABC and the password ABC. Okay, so now I will put that one, username ABC and the password ABC. I log in. So now you can see I am able to access this router, this one. Okay, if you want to check, you can write here what command you can put here. You can execute here show IP interface, and you can check what IP we configure, you will get here. See, this is IP we configure to the loopback, and this one. So now you are able to access this server. You can imagine this is a Google server, so you are able to access this Google server here. Okay, so this firewall is allowing you to do this access. And if you want to see the logs also, you can see the logs here in where we enable the logs. Let me go here in the policy, here in the logs. If you want to check, you can see all the logs is available here. You can see someone is going from here. You can see this one. Our PC IP we configure 192.168.1.1. So our PC is going 1.1 to 8.8.8. You can see. Okay, so this is the log. So what we are saying here in this one, what we learn that this is our router. We are saying this is a ISP router, and this is a loopback. We are saying Google server. Actually internet we will have here, but as we use for management purpose, so we cannot assign the same IP here. Layer 3 device, that is a router or firewall, will not allow the same subnet IP to assign more than one interface. For that purpose we taken different subnet here, and we taken router. In this router we configure the server. How we configure means, first you need to put the enable password, then do the telnet configuration. After that you need to write IP HTTP server, and then create username and password. After that window 11 we use. With the window 11 we try to put that IP, so we access this server, because this router acting as a web server, so we can access, we are accessing the web server here, and this firewall is allowing us to go and access that all thing. And if you see here in this one, if you want to check the logs, go to the policy and click here, because we told in this policy to track the logs also. So you can see the logs, the date, today date, and time whatever we have in this firewall, and this one our computer IP is going to this, and our traffic whatever we are sending, we are getting here the logs. Okay, so I hope you enjoy this one. This is a basic initial working lab we are saying. Later we are going to discuss in detail how to activate also. Without activation of license we are doing this one. Later when you want to activate the blades and other stuff, we need license. So we will see one by one. This here we deploy this firewall as a standard mode we deploy. We have the different distribution mode also. Later we will see distribution mode. Now in this case we deploy as a standard mode. Okay, so this lab done successfully. So with this one initial working lab with the checkpoint we done here. If you have any confusion, you can write in the comments, you can send the WhatsApp. Later whenever we are free, we are going to reply you. Thank you. Bye.